What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new here, stay tuned. I got some good information for you guys. We're going to go over a touchy subject today. That subject's going to be headlights, specifically the bulbs. So, what I've got for you today is what I chose to go with as far as HID versus LED versus halogen. So let me show you what I got. Now these right here are halogen bulbs. Yes, I decided to go for halogen. Now I'm going to tell you why. So I wanted to spice up the look of the Mini's front end a little bit, especially when it comes to these headlights. So the bulbs that came in my Helix headlights, they're just standard halogens. They have the standard kind of, yellowish, not too yellow, but halogen bulb color, nothing fancy. So I really wanted to get some bulbs that would brighten that up. And I looked online. I was going between all types of LED kits. I was looking at HID kits as well, and then I came across these. Now the reason that I went with these is because they're pretty cheap. For a set, each set, they're only $24.99. You can find these on ECStuning.com. So what I have over here are a pair of H7s. Now this is a factory bulb right here because I already put one in this headlight just to get a feel for what it looks like. So these are H7s, 55 watt, nothing special, but these are platinum white. Now the platinum white is supposed to mimic a 7500 Kelvin color. I wouldn't say that it's very close, but it's definitely not too far off, and it definitely is a huge step up from what's in the bulbs or what's in those headlights already. So over here we have a pair of H8s. These are 3500 Kelvin halogen. They're supposed to be pure yellow. I have not put these in the car yet, so you'll be pretty much finding out along with me what these are going to look like. The installation is very simple, but I'm still going to give you a small walkthrough just so you know what you're doing. So let's get started. So what you're looking at right here is the back of the headlight. Please don't mind a little bit of shakiness in the camera that you might see. I am operating the camera with one hand, and I'm just going to show you how to remove this back cover, which is this right here, off of your headlight. The same cover is pretty much used on your regular halogen reflector lens headlights as well that come from the factory, so the installation is very, very similar. So all you're going to do to remove this thing is push on this clip, pull it back, pick it up, set it aside. Now you have access to your bulb, which is right there. You can see the harness is in the center, right there. And it's got a little metal bracket that you're going to swing out of the way. Then you'll be able to pull the bulb out. We're going to unplug it and put our platinum white. Alright guys, so as you can see, I got the bulb out right here. This is what you're looking for. This is your standard H7 bulb. Now I should be mindful and tell you guys the only reason that I bought H7s is because the bulb for the headlight changes to an H7 when you get the Helix headlights. Make sure you get the correct headlight, or the correct bulb rather, if you still have your factory reflector headlights, which are perfectly fine to use with these kind of bulbs that I'm putting in, because they're still halogen, they're not LED, they're not HID, they're not recommended to be in a projector headlight, so you're not going to blind anybody on the road. But all you're going to do is you're going to pull this piece out like I said. We're going to take the bulb out from this connection plug right here and replace it with our new one. Alright you guys, I wanted to give you a pretty decent up-close view of the bulbs that I'm putting in here. This is the platinum white bulb. It's very strange when you first look at it. It has a coating that on one side looks very reflective, and on this side it just kind of looks like a nice see-through blue. Can you see that? It's almost a little worrying that these wouldn't be able to output a whole lot of light because of that coating, but as you can see in the dark, it actually looks really good. Alright, so what we're looking at right now is the standard light lit up. Just wanted to give you guys a brief view of what kind of color it gives off. It's very hard to pick up on camera. You can kind of see it, maybe not too well. I'm going to turn the lights off as well and give a comparison between the two bulbs, but get a good look at how this comes off in color real quick. I don't know why, but the camera is picking it up as a decent white, but it's really got that slight hint of yellow in it that you see on most standard halogen bulbs. Now let's take a look at the platinum white bulb that I've already installed. Alright guys, so here's the platinum white bulb that I already installed on the other side. I'm pretty sure you can see that there's a good amount of white and a little hint of blue in here. The camera's actually making it look a little more blue than it really is in real life, but I mean, come on. That is beautiful. That looks premium. I mean, that's about as close to an HID or, you know, LED look that you're gonna get with a halogen bulb for this kind of price. And they both seem to be about as equally bright. So I put the camera up top here a little bit just to see if we can get a nice little shot of both at the same time. So as you can see on the left, we got that nice white with the blue in it, and over here we have more of just a standard plain white. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the lights off, let it shine on the front of my garage here. My garage is a little bit messy, don't judge me, I got kids, so there's a bunch of stuff all over the place, but hopefully you'll be able to see enough that you can see a color difference. Alright guys, so we got the lights off. I think this this is definitely helping. So as you can see over here, that looks very standard halogen, and that over there looks nice and white, that little hint of blue. And I mean, the difference with no pun intended is night and day. I mean, that is beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this side installed, and then we're gonna start on our fog lights, which are not lit up right now. Those are just the daytime running lights that are in there down there. Hopefully those don't interfere with the fog light too much. I was worried about that, but I'm pretty sure that I can also get a yellow bulb for those as well. So I'm going to do some research online, see if I can find it. Alright guys, so here's a view of both of the platinum white bulbs installed. They're looking very nice. Nice and white, little hint of blue. Let me see if I can get a good shot at the wall of my garage. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's going to turn up very well, but just to give you an idea of the color you're going to see down the road. Alright, so here's pretty much what I'm getting on the front of my garage right here. Got a wagon in the way, got my tripod, a bunch of kids' toys, and all the storage stuff over there. Don't judge me, like I said, the rest of the garage is clean. The most important area where I can park this thing. So, man, look at that. It's just beautiful, guys. I love it. So, I mean, they're bright. They're decently bright. I'm surprised. They're definitely much brighter than the regular bulbs that were in there. Not by like an insane amount of difference, like if I went with an LED, but these are definitely a step up. These are beautiful. Alright guys, so I got my phone on the ground just to lend a hand with giving a little light so I could shoot this. This right here is the cover you're going to remove to get access to your fog light. Now, don't get confused because there is another cover up a little bit. That's actually to access your turn signal bulb up there because it's a lot lower than the headlight one. So we're just gonna twist this counterclockwise and basically counterclockwise twist our bulb out, swap them out, plug it in, and we're good to go. So let's get started. Take a look at this, guys. There's rubber all over this thing from when I'd taken it to the drag strip. Not sure what happened here. Maybe there was something that contacted my tire or my car at some point and put a little chip in it. Could have been done when I was taking it off for my intercooler. I don't really remember, but it's just a little cover. Alright, so now we have our cover off. All we're going to do is reach in here. You're only going to feel pretty much two sockets. The upper one is for your daytime running light. The bottom one is for your fog light. So grab the bottom one. You can go ahead and unplug the harness if you'd like. Otherwise, all you have to do is grab the light bulb. It's kind of L-shaped. And twist it counterclockwise to pop it out. And then just pull the whole assembly out. Now, I know it might be a little tough to see, but when you're looking in here, you see that little bit of yellow right there? That is the light bulb that you're trying to twist out. So you can see the plug socket towards the bottom. All you're going to do is you're going to grab this and you're going to twist it out. Alright guys, so here's our factory fog light bulb. This was actually much more of a pain than I thought it would be to get out. It did not want to budge, and it's probably because, you know, all the salt and dirt that's getting kicked up under here and kind of getting in between it and the gasket just a little bit, just enough to kind of get it snug in there. I mean, I had to stick both my hands in there in awkward positions, try to get a hold of it, and it has these, you know, the sharp prongs right there for the clip and everything. It was a pain. I mean, my fingers are numb right now. It took me like a good 5 minutes to twist that thing with Hulk hands and get it out. But let's get our yellow one in. Here is our Ziza 3500 Kelvin look-alike yellow bulb. Looks just like our other one with the yellow tint on the glass. Now this one is very opaque. You can see in there and see the filaments. On the platinum whites, you can still see the filaments if you look close, but not as easily as these. So what we're going to do is basically the reverse. We're going to stick this in there. We're going to twist it clockwise to lock it in place. And then I'll give you a comparison like I did on the headlights. Now, something I actually want to mention that I should have mentioned before is do not touch the glass of a halogen bulb with your fingers, or anything for that matter. You need to avoid that. The oils on your skin can actually cause these things to prematurely blow, and the glass will actually blow up as well. So make sure you do not touch the glass on these bulbs. If it touches, like, you know, some plastic bits and stuff while you're trying to put it in, that's okay. Just don't touch it with your skin, or if you have oily gloves on or something like that, don't get any kind of oils on this. So we're down on the floor again with the lights on. So over here we have our stock halogen, and just like the headlights, this is picking up a lot wider light on the camera than it really is in real life. Now, what's crazy is just how good this looks. That is a nice, crisp yellow. Now, I've had yellow fogs before in an older car, but to be honest, this is probably one of the best yellows I think I've ever seen. So let's go ahead and cut the lights out and see if that gives us a nicer color like it did before. So here we are, got the lights off. I really think you can see what I'm talking about now. It is a little difficult to see, and it almost on camera mimics kind of like just the regular kind of halogen look to it. But trust me, I'm going to try to snap some pictures of this, adjust my ISO and everything, to see if I can really draw out just how like good this yellow looks. It's so frustrating that I can't really pick it up on camera that great. And then over here, this looks like some super white like HID bulb or something, you know? Look at it. That's the regular halogen. It looks super great on camera, and I mean, honestly, they do. Uh-oh. I think my car just timed out the fog lights on me. Hang on. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. My car was mad at me for having the ignition on, but not doing anything for too long, basically. So, here is the stock halogen still over there. We got our yellow over here. That's actually picking up a pretty decent yellow right there. Don't mind the buzzing and everything coming from the car right now. It's just doing its thing for, you know, when you first started up. Those are our hyper whites in the headlights. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn my steering wheel the other direction, get this other fog light taken care of, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here we are, all finished. I hope that that yellow is actually showing its face now and how good it is. I'll probably take some pictures of it outside tomorrow. Right now it's pretty late and I want to get this video edited. Look at those headlights again. Those are beautiful. So I think the color combination looks great. Some people might say this is like a JDM thing. Honestly, I don't care. It looks good on every car. I had a Honda, well actually not a Honda, I had an Acura RSX back in the day that I did the same kind of color scheme on. I did the color scheme on one of my first SRT4s as well. Who cares, guys? You know, if it looks good and you like it, just go for it. I'm not saying you should put like JDM stickers on just any car. That's kind of weird. But, I mean, these things are beautiful. So, definitely look these up. If you're looking for a nice alternative, just a temporary thing until you actually want to pull the trigger on LEDs or anything like that. Super cheap, $25 for a pair. Just make sure you get the correct size. And, I mean, you'll be pretty pleased with the results. These look amazing. So this is my garage with both the headlights and the fog lights lit up now. Nice crisp cutoff and nice crisp color up top. And then you've got that nice yellow down there. It's a very deep yellow, guys. I mean, it looks super good in person. Highly recommend these bulbs. These are awesome. So honestly, I can't wait to drive this thing tomorrow night and see how everything looks. I'll give you guys like an update video. Get some nice like wall illuminations or something like that on the garage, or I'll drive to a nice building or something. And if you guys aren't already, follow me on Instagram. The link is going to be in the description. I'm going to try to get some pictures of these. I'll probably post maybe a couple of them on this video right here to see if I can get the colors dialed in on the camera. And, you know, take a look. Tell me what you guys think.